Look at what it says on the box. Tinge, right? Now look at what it says on the marker. What? Hey everyone, assalamu alaikum, and welcome to my video. Here is the superior marker, who also comes under the names of various other markers, if you can see here. So if you want any of these, it's probably the same thing. Moving on. Now I'm sure many of you are wondering, what's so great about alcohol markers? I have felt tip markers. I grew up with felt tip markers, and just because you have alcohol markers, you think you're special? Well, yeah, because of several things. First of all, alcohol markers are way better performing than the felt tips or sign pens that we usually use. If you don't believe me, let's take a test and find out. So, on one side, we have our regular old felt tip pens that we grew up using that was so awesome. Actually, it wasn't awesome, but let's pretend it was. Yeah? Okay, moving on. On the other side, we have the new kid on the block, the alcohol markers, or in this case, the superior markers. And let's see what's so great about the new kid in the block. Round 1. First, let's put a flat layer of color and see who does a better job. Not too difficult, right? Well, let's see what the sign pen did. Here we have some very patchy colors, whereas the alcohol marker makes it look really, really smooth. So, you got it. Round 1 goes to Mr. Superior. Round 2. Let's try blending the colors. The sound pen is tearing up the paper. It is not doing a good job, but that's not what sign pens are for. Alcohol marker did a much better job, as you can see. Superior is not exactly the most expensive brand of alcohol markers, but you can clearly see that it is still doing a great job at blending the colors without tearing out the paper. So you know what? Round 2 goes to you, Mr. Superior. You're on the top. Round 3. Who can layer better? Obviously the alcohol marker. I don't think I'm going to go into details here, but I think the most important thing that may be the deciding factor for many of you is the price. An average set of sign pens or felt tips come across at around 100 taka, or sometimes even less depending on the brand, but an average price of 12 set of superior markers will come at around 1,000 taka at most places that you see. So alcohol markers are way more expensive, but they are used for different things, which I think I should have explained earlier. But yeah, moving on. So alcohol markers are mostly used for cartoons, illustrations, any kind of character art or concept designs. They're also used for interior designs or architectural art, and they are also known as copic markers. Copic markers are actually a brand of alcohol markers called Copic, and they're the industry standard, and they are really expensive. One Copic marker costs $10, which is a little over 800 taka. So this entire box of markers that I have, you will get 3 Copic markers and a half. So if you think you're spending a lot of money on superior markers, you are actually not, because for alcohol markers, superior markers are pretty cheap. So let's move on to swatching the colors. As you can see, the colors are pretty nice and vibrant. They're pretty good. I mean, I don't have to tell you how smooth they are. They look good. Look, there's a drawing of me. Look how cute I am. But the colors are really nice. They blend very nicely. They layer very nicely, and they also lay down a very nice layer of color. I wish, however, that they had a bigger variety of skin tones, because it just feels very limited. I don't do a lot of three-dimensional art, as you can clearly see. Still learning, guys, still learning. But if you are, you probably want something that has a little bit more variety. So this set also comes in a set of 60 colors. Maybe you could look into that. I'm just saying. Now if we come to painting, I am painting, or I don't know, is it called coloring? You tell me, guys, you tell me. These are markers. So I am painting a character from a very popular Studio Ghibli movie. And if you know the character, comment down below. Let's have a discussion. I love Studio Ghibli, and I know a lot of you do as well. And I'm very excited to talk to you about it. Well, I hope you liked my video. Like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more. And that's all from me, folks. See you next week. Bye.